Well, good morning, everyone. We are in Knoxville, Tennessee. Do you see what I see? That little number in the lower right-hand corner? That little number isn't so little, is it? Today's the day red hits 1 million miles. Well, they blocked us in. No one from this row where I am can get out until that Wheaton and that Western Express flatbed moves. They've trapped us in. So they say they're moving, but it's been like 10 minutes. There's 3 of us that want to get out.
All right, we are in Baxter, Tennessee on our birthday bash trip. A little more, a few more miles before we hit 1 million. In fact, I can hear the drum roll now. Hang on. We hit tons of rain this morning on that real curvy section on 40. I'm glad that looks like the sun's going to be coming out now. The maiden voyage as a company driver with Old Red was from Fontana. I made a pickup there going to Portland. And my first day out, I made it up to Dunnigan, and I got up in the morning and the battery was dead. So I had to have a jump, found somebody, a guy, a nice guy. He actually jumped me, and she lost her power for the first week every night until I finally could get back and get some batteries. But this was as a company driver, so this was a long time before I decided to buy her. But I definitely remember that trip out, as you will when you buy a truck or when you first get a truck. Even as a company driver, you'll remember that first trip out in whatever truck it was. You'll remember the number and everything, just like I did on Old Red. All right, we're getting out of Baxter here. Got tons of fuel on board. I hope you're enjoying these stories about Old Red. As much as I am. I like to reminisce, that's why. Hey, there's a guy doing his pre-trip. Give that guy a bonus. This is one of the better loves because it's so big. The parking lot's nice and big. I decided to take the 840 bypass around Nashville because a rainy morning in Nashville means tons of traffic. So this way adds about 15 minutes, but who knows how long it would have been that way. Once I decided to buy the truck, I picked it up boy, they had fixed it up nice, because I hadn't seen her for a few months. I had been driving an International for just a short period of time. Then I decided to buy it. I said to Todd, he was my division manager at the time, I said, I'll buy a truck if I can buy my original company truck. And they worked it out so that I could, even though it really wasn't ready to be sold yet. They worked it out so that I could buy it. So I went out on my maiden voyage as the owner of the truck once I started purchasing it. And I got a load from El Paso, or from Phoenix to El Paso. And when I got to El Paso, I was delivering air conditioning parts, and I went in this yard, and it didn't have a scratch on it, this truck, Old Red. But where I was delivering it had these little narrow pathways where I had to squeeze in, and I got a little scratch on the front, the first time that had ever happened. So the next day I went out and bought some decals, and they're still there to this day, the decals that cover up that little tiny scratch that I got on Old Red the first maiden voyage out as an owner. We are here at Loretta Lynn's Pilot, Hurricane Mills, Tennessee. Four miles till we hit 1 million. So we're going to bring that to you live. It's hard to believe, but it's true. $1 million miles. Well, we're right there. I mean, she's just a little bit more. Let's watch it. We'll count it down. I'm not going to count it down, but I will watch it with you as we watch this momentous occasion of Old Red actually hitting 1 million miles. And there she goes, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Both of us, her and I, hit our 1 million mile mark today. Right here right near Loretta Lynn's place. Just a couple miles from there. Well, we are in West Memphis, Arkansas. Getting out of here. Before we get robbed. Haven't had any more rain. Thank goodness. Although the Mississippi River was completely flooded. This next section of freeway between Memphis and Little Rock is like a train of trucks. I know I've said that before. It's not as bad now that
Turn
they
right on Ball Road, and then take the entrance to the right at 200 feet.
now that they got all that construction done, but it's still busy.
Red's got miles upon her. Hell and back, we've been there before. Her GPS can find it. Bring your toll coins, that's for sure. There's something about tomorrow, but that's another day. Old Red's been losing coolant now. If she lasts, I only pray. Through rain and shine, we're making time, running on fuel and prayers. Someday old Red may shut it down, jamming all 20 gears. When she's
actually never been in an accident. I've never had an accident. The only time that could be remotely described as an accident was I was in Nashville and I was in my sleeper, and I remember looking through the curtain and seeing this big giant Stevens Trucking or Stevens Transportation truck coming right for me, and he bumped into the bumper. He broke the bumper. It was just a cosmetic thing, but that it's still there. It's just cracked on the inside. That's the only accident that she's ever had. She's been accident-free all 1,000,000 miles. So congratulations, Old Red, on no accidents. We are in Prescott, Arkansas. Stopping at this Love's for the night. Normally I would go up to the TA, but I don't remember stopping at this Love's before. It looks newer, so giving that guy the opportunity to get out here. I guess it's not so new. Lots of trucks here. no trucks can park in front of us tonight. So we'll be able to get out on time. Unlike this morning, we waited about 30 minutes for that truck. Well, we'll have more stuff tomorrow about Old Red and the Million Miles. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night. All right, let's have a good trip. See you guys on the road. Actually glad I'm not in Prescott, Arizona, because right now they have a lot of snow on the ground. Maybe not a lot, but yesterday a storm came through.
In 900 feet, turn left on I-30.
Which means Flagstaff got hit. Boy, they got trucks parked all over the street here.
Turn left on I-30.
30 is a busy corridor. Come on, Pokey. Let's get going on 30.
Most of you were along with me on this memory, breaking down in Albuquerque and then being towed to Phoenix, and that was quite a memory for me. One of the most disturbing times for me was when she was losing all that coolant and me having to stop every half hour and fill it up with coolant, and then actually being towed into Phoenix. But it ended up to be a positive thing because I got a new engine and she's been running really good ever since. When we left this morning, this little tail of ice and snow was extending down here onto our travel route, but now it's not, so it's not going to be an issue at all on the other side of Dallas. So we hit a little bit of rain, but nothing's going to be bad for us except for some winds. The wind this morning was due south from the south, Now it's from the north, so it completely switched. We're in Greenville, Texas, and this used to be a stop I could count on. This Lowe's here. If I wanted to get a cup of coffee here, we could sleep here. A lot of us truckers would sleep here, but of course they're building something there. So that's just how it goes, progress. Let's get our coffee and then we'll be on our way. All right, let's get going on our million mile voyage here. Coffee, check. Man, it's a lot colder out there. Than it was this morning. There have been some EGR problems, and if that was the very first breakdown that I had, I needed to get, the first breakdown was actually kingpins, and so she's had kingpins, and a radiator, air conditioner, and then EGR issues. Ever since I've had the truck, about once a year, either the EGR cooler or the EGR valve, something like that goes out, and I have to stop and get it fixed. But that goes, you know, all the new trucks are that way if you have an EGR truck, and that's all the smog stuff that's on the trucks. Well, welcome back to our trip. We're just humming along in Big Springs, Texas right now. The clouds all cleared out, got bright sunshine now. It always makes the day a little brighter when it's sunny. I think we're gonna make it to Pecos. I doubted it earlier, but we got 2 hours left on our clock. And it's 121 miles, so 60 and 60 is 120, so I'm feeling good that we're going to make it to Pecos. We'll either stay at the Loves or the Flying J. The Flying J there has always had doesn't have very good management, so I don't really stay there. Actually, I haven't stayed at the new Loves, but I'm talking about before the new Loves existed. But we'll see. Well, we only had 3 minutes left on my 11-hour driving clock. Tomorrow I'll have 9 hours to drive, but it's only 4 hours to El Paso. So I ought to be able to make that. Plus I'm going to pick up some hours tonight. I'll pick up 5 hours tonight. So plenty of hours tomorrow to get to El Paso. I'm gonna go in and get some food and call it a night. See you guys in the morning.
Good morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. None of these trucks are fueling. And it's 3 deep, 2 deep. They're all inside McDonald's. So everybody asks, well, who is it that doesn't fuel when they're at the fuel line? Everybody. So all the way over we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 trucks that aren't getting fuel. Well, the ones in the back in my row, I am getting fuel, so we don't know of this row who is and who isn't. But none in the first row are. So there you go.
Would I buy a Volvo again like Old Red? I think I would. I've had really good luck with this truck. Maybe it's because I decided to buy the truck that I had as a company driver and I knew what it was before I bought it. Maybe that's why I had good luck with it. I hope to and continue that I get another 1,000,000 miles maybe out of this new engine. We'll see.
Running on fuel and press. Someday Old Red may shut it down, jamming on 20 gears. When she starts to lose the fire, Old Red will still live on. Just see them trucks are moving, and you listen to their song. Old Red's got miles upon her. Hell and back, we've been there before. Her GPS can find it. Bring your toll coins, that's for sure. There's something about tomorrow, but that's another day. Old Red's been losing coolant now. If she lasts, I only pray. Through rain and shine, we're making time, running on fuel and prayers. Someday Old Red may shut it down, jamming on.
And the good old desert Southwest again. Going to be ending our 1,000,000-mile voyage
Turn right
shortly.
on Frontage Road, and then take the entrance to the left in 500 feet.
That property right there, Love's bought that. It used to be an old Chevron. Well, Love's is going to put one of their tire centers there. That's definitely needed out here in the desert.
Take the entrance to the left on I-10 West.
It was hot in Waco, Texas, heading up toward Abilene. A noisy spring, but replaced the rings for places we have yet to see. She can bronc and buck, but she's a diesel truck. She's simply called Old Red. If she bursts a tire, I can't deny her 18 more new tread. As highways go, you take it slow, 'cause it can make or break your day. Old Red gets mighty thirsty, but there's a Love's just up the way. I can't forget what Dad said.
Do what you do best.
It's the trucks that built this country, son, and the drivers do all the rest. Through rain and shine, we're making time, running on fuel and prayers. Someday Old Red may shut it down, jamming all 20 gears. When she starts to lose the fire, old Red will still live on. Just see them trucks are moving, and you listen to their song. Old Red's got miles upon her. Hell and back, we've been there before. Her GPS can find it. Bring your toll coins, that's for sure. There's something about tomorrow, but that's another day. Old Red's been losing coolant now. If she lasts, I only pray. Through rain and shine, we're making time, running on fuel and prayers. Someday old Red may shut it down, jamming all 20 gears. When she starts to lose the fire, old Red will still live on. I'll always hear that heartbeat that kept her going strong.
$1 million miles! It's a party! 1 million miles! Woohoo!